So in today's video, we are going to make some banana oatmeal cake. So over here we had our processed oats, to which we added the corn flour and then the baking powder. And then we also added our baking soda, and then we added our cinnamon powder over there. All the exact ingredients in terms of their measurement to be written down below. So after adding all our dry ingredients, we mix it over there in the bowl. You mix it all together till it's well combined, and then you set the bowl aside and move on to the next step, which we'll be doing very soon. So now we unpeel our very ripe banana. I have some medium to small size bananas, so I used like, let's say, 6 pieces. But if you have like the very large bananas, you can use like 3 pieces. By the way, I'm using the recipe by Cake by MK, which I slightly changed based on what I had at hand on that day. So I'm using her banana cake recipe, and then I basically adjusted it. You get it, based on what I had at home. And then that's our vegetable oil. And then we added our margarine and then brown sugar, and then we are going to whisk it all together in a separate bowl, of course, till it's well light and fluffy and well combined. Ideally, I should have used a bigger bowl, but once again, we were just going with the flow, so forgive me, it got quite messy. And then we added our, vanilla essence, and then mixed this together as well, till it's well combined. And so once it's well combined, you add our eggs. The recipe called for 1 large egg, but I had like small eggs, so I decided to use 3 small eggs. So you basically just whisk it together till it's also very well combined. Yeah. And then, so that's me whisking it over there, just making sure it's all, everything is incorporated into the wet batter. So now in a separate bigger bowl, we pour the wet batter into it, and then we add our mashed banana. And we are basically supposed to whisk it all together till it's all, well combined and well incorporated. So that's me doing that over there. Whisk till it's all well combined. And once you've achieved that, you can now, add in your dry ingredients. And that is me adding the oatmeal mix over there. So once you add in your oatmeal mix, you are supposed to gently fold it in, which is clearly not what I'm doing over here. So please fold it in, just until it's well combined, and then you are ready to go. So now you just pour your cake batter into your baking tin lined with your baking paper. So the baking paper is supposed to help to prevent the cake from burning. You get it unnecessarily. So yeah, so that's it. You just pour it all inside and just evenly spread and distribute the cake batter into the cake tin. So at this point, you can now add any topping of your choice, such as chocolate chips, coconut flakes, granola, anything. You just sprinkle it evenly all over the top of your cake batter. So once that's done, your cake is ready to be baked. That's me just basically trimming off the excess ends of the baking paper, and then you put it in a preheated oven at 160 degrees Celsius. It took me about 35 to 40 minutes, and that's it. You have your soft, delicious and moist banana oatmeal cake. I hope you try it and let me know how yours turned out.